Hello everybody, Gregg here for Online Tennis Instruction. In today's video I'm going to show you some key positions that we see all great servers and great players get into on their serve. So let's take a look here at Roger Federer, and you'll see here that after he releases the ball he's then going to bend from the elbow and he's going to move the racket over his head where the strings are angled slightly down as he does this. We call this the right to left. So the racket moves from the right side of his body over his head and then drops to the left. That enables him to then get into what we call the key power position, the racket drop, where the racket tip points all the way down and is aligned with the right side of the body. Now why this is critical for power is it places the muscles on the front part of the shoulder and chest on stretch, and then that energy is stored and then released up to contact. Now let's take a look at Novak Djokovic, and we'll see that he gets into a very similar position. See, after he releases the ball, he bends from the elbow, the racket moves from the right side of his body and over his head. As it does, as his strings are angled slightly downward, then the racket moves to the left and then drops into what we call the racket drop position, where that racket tip points all the way down and is aligned with the right side of the body. Very similar to what we saw with Roger Federer. Now let's take a look at Rafael Nadal, and you see he does something very similar. See how he's going to bend from the elbow after the toss release. The racket moves from the left side of his body over his head and then drops to the right, where it ends up in the racket drop position where the racket is aligned with the left side of his body and pointed all the way down, placing those all important muscles on stretch, where he can release that energy up to contact. So you can see all three of these players get into these key positions where they move the racket over the head, where the strings are angled slightly down, and they're able to get into that key power position, the racket drop.